guys, hope you are all well. Welcome back to the Road to Stage series. It is episode 20. So we're at the 20 episode mark now, which is pretty cool. But as you can see, I'm in a different area. I am in Mr. Finn Kelly's house. I'm here for the week. Well, I don't know if I'm going to be here for a full week, but we'll kind of just like assess and see how we go. I've got a full week off work, as I touched on in the previous episode. So obviously getting closer to shows now, it's good for Finn to have an in-person look at me over the week. And we've got a full day of eating for you today. So this is meal one in front of you. So we have 200 grams of 0% fat Greek yogurt, 40 grams of whey, 20 grams of almond butter mixed in with that, 2 rice cakes and 150 grams of frozen berries. So we have slightly higher food today. So it's just a little 100 grams of carbs on top of my normal training day food. So it's just a little top up. I had the same yesterday. Body weight jumped up by half a kilo yesterday. However, we did have the last 2 meals fairly late into the day. So not too concerned about that. Going to be running the same food today before a food slash tomorrow to dig in a little bit more before the first show. So I'm going to run you through a full day of eating. The yogurt and whey has been made into a creamy, as you can see. And then we have the frozen berries and the caramel rice cakes on the side. So macros for this meal, 530 calories in total, 56 protein, 12 fat and 43 carb. So I'm going to tuck into this now. It's the same as my normal meal one, just with 2 rice cakes added on. So I'm going to tuck in now, and I will check in with you guys at meal 2. Right, ladies and gents, we are back for meal 2. As you can see it in front of you right now. The macros for this meal are, I'm looking at my laptop, which has the macros open, because I cannot for the life of me remember the macros off by heart. I think all the other full day of eatings I've done, I've kind of just like guessed the numbers and I never really get them spot on. So I've got the laptop up so I can get it absolutely right for you guys. So we have 44 grams of carbs, 51 grams of protein and 10 grams of fat. And that consists of 175 grams of chicken breast. On the plan, it does say a plain tortilla wrap, but I have some thin bagels to use up. So I used a thin bagel, which is 25 grams of carbs rather than 30. So with the 5 grams spare, rather than having 100 grams of fruit, I just had 150 grams of fruit and then 150 grams of veg, as you can see. And then we just cooked the chicken with basically a third of a teaspoon. So that makes up the meal. Very simple, very nutritious, very colourful as well. So this will be the last meal before the pre-meal. So the time now is 10:15. We want to train a little bit earlier today. So getting meal 2 slightly earlier than usual, so I can get meal 3 in slightly earlier than usual, so we can train at around 1:30. Typically when I'm down at Finn's, we train at like 2:33ish, but he's got some stuff to do in the evening. So training a little bit earlier. Food makes up a total calories of 481 calories. So I'm going to tuck in because I don't want my bagel to go cold, but I will time lapse it, and I will see you at the pre-meal. Right, ladies and gents, we have the pre-workout meal, as you can see. So this is cream and rice with dark chocolate melted on top, with a bagel thin and then some whey powder on top. I've gone for white chocolate Perform whey, salted caramel cream and rice, and 85% dark chocolate, and just a plain bagel thin. Total calories for this meal are 798 calories, and that is made up of 125 grams of carbs, 12 fat and 42 grams of protein. So it's 117 grams of cream of rice, 42 grams of protein, 1 bagel thin, and then 20 grams of dark chocolate. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm going to tuck into this as we're in a little bit of a rush, but it is absolutely splendid. I've got about 2.5 grams of pink salt in this meal as well, just to help with the pump and muscle contractions when going into the actual session. So I'm going to tuck in, we'll time lapse it, and we'll get fucking cracking, get training. Right, ladies and gents, we are back for post-workout meal. As you can see, I don't have you set up on the tripod because the tripod's in the car, because obviously I was recording my session. And I've already made the meal now, and I can't be bothered to go out to the car. But the macros for this meal are 708 calories, consisting of 105 grams of carbs, 12 grams of fat, and 37 grams of protein. And then what that is made up of is 100 grams of cream rice, 42 grams of whey, 20 grams of dark chocolate, 1 caramel rice cake, and 150 grams of berries. Can't wait to tuck into this. It was a very good push session. I'm going to do a little taste test on video, because why not? I'm going to take a little scoopy scoop here. Whoa. Divine. Right, again, I'm not going to time lapse this because I don't have the tripod, so I'm just going to fucking enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? But I will see you at meal 5, last meal of the day. Oi, Savaloy. It is meal 5 time. As you can see, meal 5 is in front of me. Let me clip this on. Meal 5 is in front of me, and you might be thinking, oh, that looks awfully similar to meal 2, because it is. It's exactly the same meal. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's exactly the same. I'll put the actual meal plan screenshot here somewhere, but it's around 40-ish carb. I think it's a little bit less protein. I think it's around 42, 43 grams of protein. And then 10 grams of fat again. So that is meal 5. That is the final meal of the day. It is 7:30 at night. All the steps are pretty much ticked off for the day. I've got 300 steps left to get. So I'll eat this, probably walk up and down Finn Street once, and then it'll be time to wind down for bed. So that concludes, this concludes a 4 day of eating. 3,000 calories in total. Well, it's like 2,994 or something, but 3,000 calories on a top-up day in prep. Not far till the shows now. And like I touched on earlier, after today, which was a top-up day, and yesterday was a top-up day, my food is actually being dropped. So yeah, I'm gonna be in the trenches, bro. I'm gonna be digging for some freaky condition. In terms of where I'm at condition-wise right now, like I could step on stage now and I would still be pretty lean. But me and Finn want to really fucking like be lights out condition-wise, because I'm not genetically blessed structure-wise. So I need to make sure I'm coming in peeled if I want to do really well. If I come in peeled and I pose well, I've got a decent level of muscularity, especially through like the top line. Legs could definitely be bigger, lats could definitely be bigger. But if I come in fucking peeled as a junior and a first timer and I pose well, then that's all I can do. So that's the little mini update. That is the full day of eating. How many weeks out am I? 4.5 weeks out from the WNBF Supernaturals. Hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like. Subscribe if you haven't. Show some love to your boy, and I will probably do another video at Finn's house before I go back to Cardiff, so stay tuned for that. Episode 20 of Road to Stage. That's a wrap. Cut!